Here's a tutorial on the two most basic card forces in Magic, and they are also one of the most convincing card forces. So I'm going to begin with the Riffle Force. I will be forcing the Ace of Spades on you, so you'll ask the spectator to tell you when to stop riffling. Stop here. Alright, and that is your card, and that is the Ace of Spades. Alright, so for this force, you want your force card to be on the top, and you want to have it in a mechanics grip. So you have your middle to pinky finger on the right side, thumb on this side, and pointer finger on the top. You're going to riffle it normally, except for how you position your pointer finger. You're going to have your pointer finger, instead of having it straight up here and riffling, you're going to have it bent inwards and behind the cards. So it creates tension when you riffle through the cards like that, because if you just kept your finger out, the riffle will look like that, it won't be as big. So this is better presentation. Now when they stop, it doesn't matter where they stop, you're going to take this top packet, pry it out, and you're going to take all the cards but the top card, and that's just going to slide right in, just like that. Now tips for this: once you riffle and you stop, you're going to apply pressure with these three fingers, because if you just pried it off with no pressure, the card's not going to automatically come down. You got to pry that one card inwards, and that's how you create the illusion that they stopped at the Ace of Spades. So they riffle, stop, gonna pry off the top card and give it to them. Now another tip is to cover up, because some people may think they're gonna see that. So what you do is when you riffle and you pull the cards out, you do something called wrist kill, where you turn your wrist over so you cover that flicker, and then you give it to them. Alright, now don't make so much motion that it looks sketchy. You just do it enough that it doesn't look like you did nothing to it. Alright, so that's the Riffle Force, and I'm going to go to the Cull or Gravity Force next. Alright, so this is the Gravity Force or the Cull Force. It's very simple. I'll be forcing the Ace of Spades on you. So you have the spectator just tap a card. Say they tap this card, and you ask them, do you want to change their mind? Say they do, and they decide to touch this card. Alright, do they want to change their mind again? No. Square it up, and you get the Ace of Spades. Okay, this trick requires this force requires a minor setup, nothing too big. You can either have your force card on the top or on the bottom. The way I do it is I have my force card on the top, and I deal out the cards like this. I take the top card, put it down, and then I deal all the cards on top of it. And when you do this, when you go like this and tell them to tap a card, from this view, you're creating space with this card from the whole entire deck. Alright, so you're keeping this separated. Okay, how I hold this, on the bottom is like this, with my pinky on the bottom, my pointer on the top, and the middle and ring finger on the side. And I can kind of hold it like this with some space, so that cards can go on top of it and it looks very natural. So it may look obvious if you go like this and you start dealing the cards. So what some people do is they have the cards started on the bottom, and they do this. They take the deck, rotate on its side like that, drop the cards but the top and the bottom, go over, and they just start dealing. Now that one looks really awkward, so I just do a bunch of misdirection and I start dealing out the cards just like that. Now once they touch a card, you want to emphasize the fact that it's random, so you ask them, do you want any other card? If they do, that's great. If they don't, then you just square it up. And when you square it up, you take this packet and you push everything on top of that force card. Alright, so let me do it one more time. Take your force card, have it under everything like this. You tap a card, you ask them if you want to change, just square it up, and it should be their card. Alright, so those are, or that is both the Riffle and the Cull Force. If you thought this tutorial was very helpful, please subscribe, and also check out my Twitter, which is @WinChris, ENNCHRISS. Links in the description. Thank you.